Welcome back, class. This is your Catia mentor, and in this video we're going to go over face-to-face fillet. I'll do it both for solid and afterwards I'll do it for surfaces. Alright, so let's get started with a very simple part. Let's go ahead and model up a very simple shape. I'll go with a 4 by 6 solid. And I'll give it a pad of 1 inch. Alright, now let's go ahead and create a second sketch on the surface. And again, I'll keep it simple. We'll go with a circle. And I'm going to mirror it over our axis. So let's go to mirror, axis, and let's give this some dimensions. I'm going to go center to center. And let me go 3 inches center to center. And let's give it a diameter of 1 inch. Okay, so let's go ahead and turn that into a solid shafts. And I'll make it 1 inch again. Alright, so I'm going to draft these surfaces, give it an angle, and then I'm going to do face-to-face fillet between both of them. Okay, so let's go to Essentials. Let's go Draft. So I'm going to draft the cylindrical surfaces. And I'm going to use this top surface on the rectangular prism as our neutral element. So I'll select here, select the surface, and let me go with an angle of 30 degrees and preview and OK. Okay, so there it is. Okay, so next thing we're going to do is go face-to-face fillet. So let's go to Refine, Fillet, go face-to-face, fillet. And I'm going to go from the cone shape surface to the other cone shape surface. And let me try a 0.25 inches. Preview. That's too small. If the fillet is too small or too large, you'll get the error message. Let me try 0.5. 0.5. Enter and yep, still doesn't like it. Okay, let me try 0.75. Enter. Okay, at least now it accepts. It gives us a result. Okay, so this is a face fillet of 0.75. Let's increase it to 1 inch. Apply. Okay, and now you can see it merges. Now, as long as as long as your fillet doesn't go beyond the top of the cones, the conic solids, then it'll keep creating the fillet. If you increase it, let's try 1.25. Apply. And we just barely got there, and it did not reject it. Okay. I'm actually surprised it didn't reject it, even though we went slightly off the top surface. Let's see if we go to 1.5. 1.5. Apply. And now we do get an error message. Okay, so let's go back down to 1.25. Okay, and there's our face fillet. Alright, so now we're going to do it for surfacing. Alright, so let me go ahead and go to surfacing, generative wireframe and surfaces. Okay, so I'm going to cheat and I'm going to go back in time. I'm going to go back to the draft, right click define. There it is. So the face fillet is still there. We just went back in time and it's ignoring anything below it. Anything below that's underlined. So if I kept going to the very top, right click define, it ignores the rest of the family tree. Let's go back to draft, define, and I'm going to extract the surface of this solid so we can use face-to-face fillet using surfaces. So recognize we are in generative wireframe and surface app. So let's go ahead and extract. So I'm going to extract. I'll just pick any surface. I'll pick the top of the cone here. Then I'm going to say propagation. I want point continuity. Notice it keeps going all the way around. As long as there's no break, it keeps going. As long as there's a connection between the points, so points along the solid, along the edge, and so on, it keeps going. So OK. So it created a surface. Now what I should have done first is create a geometric set to place any surfaces or wireframe points or planes in a geometric set. So let me go ahead and do that. I'm going to insert a geometric set. OK. And I'm going to try and move this surface that we extracted. Cut. And paste it into the geo set. Okay, there we have it. Alright, so let me hide the extracted surface. I'll hide the entire geo set. If you're wondering where did it go, it's in the background. There it is, the background. Come back to the show layer. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and hide the solid. So part bodies, that's where you want to have solids, or removal of solids like pockets, holes, etc. Okay, so let's go back to GeoSet. Okay, so this is a surface. So in order to create a face-to-face fillet on a surface, you need to be in generative wire and surface. So let's go to refine. Let's go to fillet. And here's face-to-face fillet, but it's not the same for solids. This is only for surfaces. Click on it. Let's go surface to surface. And we'll use the same 1.25 radius and preview. And OK, it gives us a warning, letting us know, hey, is this what you want? Double check. So there it is. Now, just to show you that you cannot use the part design face-to-face fillet, let's go back. I'm going to undo. So if I go back to part design, so now we are in part design, and I try to create a face-to-face fillet on this extracted surface. It's telling me, hey, this can only go into a body, right? So part bodies, that's where you have your solids. So it's giving us the warning that it's going to create it in the part body. So now when I click on the surfaces, like, hey, it needs to be a solid feature, a solid body. Okay. All right, so let's go back to generative wireframe and surface. And again, here it is, face-to-face fillet, 4 surfaces. Click on it, and it's recreate that face-to-face fillet again. 1.25, and here you can see it works. And that's the end of today's video. See you in the next one.